start record now. Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to this very special webinar. I'm present here. My name is Herman George, and I'm here with our CEO from GWE and Life Network, Adrian Jacuzzi. And we call for this webinar to talk for the last time about the Powernodes. As you may know, if you are a member, you must be here. And if you cannot be here, let me inform you that we're going to record this webinar, and so you can share with your teams the recording later. But hopefully, everybody will understand now what's going on with the Powernodes. So this is the last time we're going to talk about this, and so that's why it's so important for you to attend and understand what we're going to say here. Our focus from there on after this webinar will be with the PowerMine. That is the product that is already is still available to work, and so the Powernodes, as you may know, it shut down, so we closed the Powernodes Club. But we'll talk about all that now. Ok, Adriana, a introdução está feita. Queres começar tu e eu introduzo? Como é que queres fazer?
Para não estar alongar muito tempo e para perder muito tempo, tu sabes perfeitamente como estão as coisas, portanto, tudo aquele conhecimento que tu tens, dale gás a transmitir a informação, ok? Não vale a pena eu intervir porque é repetir aquilo que eu não falo inglês, tá bom?
Okay. So I asked Adrian, okay, you can start, and then he said that he was thinking that it will be faster and better because I know everything. So he said there is no need for me to talk and then you translate. So he told me to talk directly to you and explain the situation. So let's talk about the Powernodes. So first of all, let's go to the beginning. When Powernodes was start to be developed was beginning last year. We're talking about January, February of 2018. And so the team starts to think about the product based on mining. And why was the reason? Mining back then was on a hype, so was a model that it was very, very profitable. And so the company decided to go on this track also. For that, they developed this product and they put it on as a club. So it was a mining club that for the first time, and the only one product in the world so far that combines two types of mining. The two types existing so far, that is the POW, the proof of work mining, and also the POS, proof of stake mining. So this product, the Powernodes Club, was created combining for the first time the rewards based on these two types of mining in crypto. So based on this, we create the club. We made a special agreement and a contract with the biggest miner in the world, still the biggest miner in the world, that is Bitmain, a company already in the stock market worth it $16 billion. And so we did a very special partnership with them, and we'll use their facilities in China. That the partner from Adrian, Carlos Garrido, went there personally to sign up this contract and also to check the facilities of Bitmain. So everybody saw that video. So that moment for us as a company and for us as members was a huge satisfaction to get to know that GWE did this very special contract with very special conditions with the biggest miner in the world like Bitmain. So according to this, we launched the product on the 16th of June last year. So it accomplished a year a few days ago, a month ago or something. And from there, the things start to go good. And the proposal was to give daily return from the result of this mining contract that we had. So based on this, we start to pay the Satoshi per token. So everybody who buy the Power Nodes get tokens, and those tokens were representative of the participation shares in this same club. As a club, the idea was to create a club to grow according to the growing of the club itself, to get more hash power in this mining results. So by that, we start to sell the Power Nodes, and I thank to all of you present and not present in this webinar, because you did join the Power Nodes Club, and from there, when we start to pay daily. After 30 days, we start to pay daily according to the tokens you have. The distribution of this profit, daily profits, was made in Satoshi, according to a value per Satoshi distributed through all the tokens in the club. By this, we start to make the sales of the plans, of the packages. With this incoming, the company starts to increase the volume and the number of machines for production. Also starts to make investment in masternodes for doing the POS mining, proof of stake. And so from there, everything starts. From the result of the mining, the company distributed daily, not according with the faithful result daily, because some days, if you understand mining, you can't guarantee that you're going to have that you're going to find the algorithm every day. So this was according a very smart management from our team, that from the results daily of the mining, everything goes into a pot, and from that pot we'll distribute it daily a certain number of Satoshi. So what happened is we start very good. I remember that we have a value, a number of Satoshis per day in the beginning, very good, that give us a good rate of profit with the club. But the fact is, from there, in June, July, and forward, the mining industry, the markets, they start to react a little bit bad. So there was a reaction, a retraction in the markets, in the crypto market, and the mining field starts to struggle. So results of this, the volume of the earnings, of the daily earnings from the production of the club starts to decrease, and obviously by that the number of Satoshi paid daily decrease also. But I want to make this point very clear. So the club, the production from the club was real, first of all, and what we were paying was really based on the production of the club, with the ways we have, with the means we have. And a third part is we never failed the payment. So everybody that was a member of the Powernodes Club get their Satoshis every single day since the day they bought the package, or after 30 days they buy the package. And the system never failed one single day. Okay. Now going back to the situation, the mining sector starts to get hurt from this situation with the market, and that's not GWE or my responsibility. We don't control the markets. What we can control is the system, and the system was working absolutely perfectly, and so the markets were the ones who would start to fail, up to the point that the decreasing of the value per Satoshi per token daily starts to decrease to a point that members stop to promote the Powernode sales. So obviously, if you understand the idea, the beginning idea was to start a club that as long as the club keeps increasing power, so by becoming, by getting new members, this incoming from new members was to support more ash power, to invest in more machines, to invest in more master nodes that would give the possibility for the club to increase the capacity of production and reward better the members. So what happened is, from one side, we got the problem with the mining based on the markets, not our fault. But on the other side, we had a community of members that stopped to promote this. By this, what happened is, from this 9 months now, what happened is we still had last month exactly the same ash power as we had 8 or 9 months ago, because the club didn't increase, because the sales of memberships in the club, they stop it. Everybody stopped. And the ones who stop are the ones who are complaining that the club didn't grow. Anyway, based on this, obviously the results of the club, based on the market, starts to drop down. By that, we couldn't, because there was no sales. The community stopped the sales. So what happened is we couldn't have power to keep growing and to add more capacity for production. And with these two situations combined, the picture was getting worse day by day, up to the point that many members start to complain about this, because we said it since the beginning that this club was created for you to accumulate Bitcoin. That was the idea. That's what we've been teaching you when we present this. It was never. I would never expect someone to live based on this daily earns. So in fact, maybe the reason for people to complain is because people didn't understand, the members themselves didn't understand the purpose of the club. The purpose of the club was to give you Bitcoin that you should have accumulate. And but we saw in the company, we saw many people withdrawing every single day. So every penny, every Satoshi that comes, as long as it reaches the minimum amount to withdraw, everybody withdraws. So that was not the idea. So that gives us the proof for us as a company that members, they didn't understand the product. So based on this, and with the situation of the markets, and if you know the crypto mining sector, you will know that many companies out there in the same sector, they shut down absolutely because mining was no longer profitable. And the situation gets more darker when Bitcoin gets around $3,000. So for a miner, for example, to support the costs of production, to support the costs of the hash power and the consuming of energy, if the Bitcoin is around $3,000, $3,500, it's not worth it to mine. So it's better to turn off the machines and stop the production. Otherwise, they will have a very high bill to pay by the end of the month, and the result that is coming from mining was not enough to pay that bill. So that was the real situation, not from us alone, but from everybody in the crypto space, in the crypto mining space. So this was real. And if you look for information, because information is available for everybody on Google, if you look, you can check that. So the mining, the normal mining sector with the proof of work and proof of stake, they were in trouble. They were really in trouble. So with this, the situation gets deeper. So the number of Satoshi per token starts to drop down, and people start continuously start to complain. If you ask me personally, I keep saying, and I'll say this to the end of my days, that Powernodes was genius. I understood since day one the idea, and for me, I wish this could go on for the rest of my life as promised. But unfortunately, due to this situation, and because so many members was complaining about the company and they were asking for a refund, based on this, instead, this company took a decision after consulting a very uh, small number comparative to all the members. But we made a consulting, a special meeting with some leaders, and we made the proposal. We showed the idea to shut down the club, but give some compensation in return. Um, this this is a point that I want to tell you specifically. Spend some time on this. If you look information about other models in mining crypto and other companies, you can see that many of them have shut down and say, okay, no more payments. We're gonna wait for better days, so no more payments or returns to members. And others, they just shut down without saying absolutely nothing, and the members, they lost absolutely everything. So this company, it's a very honest and serious company. We are not here to scam anybody, and we have a different way to think. So instead of doing like other companies, shut down the system and say, guys, sorry, this didn't work. Bye bye. You lost your money. This company, based on their values and their beliefs also, and they know this company. They know, and they really protect the income that the members put it in. So this company decides to shut down the club because members were complaining and requesting this, and so the company took that decision to go forward, but compensate the members somehow. As many of you may know, GWE and Mice Network, we did a very important partnership to all of us with Blue Hill Mining, and we are doing an operation of a pre-STO with a very reliable and secure token. So it's not a coin. It's something. It's different from what we heard so far, because from this 2,000+ coins existing in the market, crypto coins, there's nothing to support them. There is no regulation. There is no security. The valuation of those coins, including Bitcoin, is based on nothing. It's just the valuation comes from speculation on the markets. And so there is a new era of tokens, because this situation could not last for long. Besides that, many people lost money investing in not safe coins, let's call it that way. By that, the community of blockchains and developers, they came up with the idea that was to create and develop a new kind of token, and this token must have at least 2 points. The first one, it must be regulated for the first time, because as you know, the crypto space, it's not regulated. So it's a decentralized system and without regulation. So the community of developers of the blockchain, they thought, okay, we can still have a system not centralized, but we need institutional regulation to make control on this and to protect the money that people invest in coins or in tokens. And the second factor was, okay, no more giving a coin in return of nothing with no guarantees. So the second feature that this new generation of coins or tokens must have is they must have a back asset to support the investment of the investors, the people who buy these coins. So based on this, Blue Hill Mining Project has exactly one of the first security tokens in the world and one of the best in the world. And this is not my words, this is words from real experts out there. And based on this, we really with this operation with Blue Hill Mining, we really have a great opportunity, and we really have a token with a back asset, with a real asset, and more than that, with real guarantees and valuation. So based on this, okay, well, the company thought, okay, we're going to shut down the club, but we have this opportunity with the Blue Hill Mining. Why not reward the members from Powernodes with this very special token? Based on this, the company decided to go in that way. So now I'm going to say a sentence that you must understand. Powernodes Club shut down. So there's nothing you can do about it. It's off, okay? It doesn't work. It's not operating. Now, what do you get to compensate you for this? You're going to get a token. And you're going to get a token in a special format that I will explain it to you. And based on this, the company knows that you will be greatly rewarded by this shutdown of the club Powernodes. What is this properties? What is this qualities? And what is this guarantees we give you as a member of Powernodes with these tokens? First, the proposal was to change your Powernodes tokens by BHF tokens. So by this, people say, okay, but that's not the fair trade, because we paid $1 each token from Powernodes, and these tokens from BHF, they're worth it 7.5 cents. That's not true. That's not true. And if someone says this about the token BHF, he doesn't know anything about the token BHF. Now, let's make it clear. This exchange 2-by-1 is really, really fair. And I can explain you why. The value of the token BHF, it's not 7.5 cents, as people say. That's the price members in a very special situation from Mines Network and GWE are paying for this token. But the value of the token, the real value of the token is 45 cents. That's the price that is predicted on the white paper, and that's the price that is going to be listed on the exchanges. So when the company proposes to give you 2 BHF by 1 Powernodes token, it means that 45 cents each BHF tokens multiplied by 2 is giving you 19 cents. You paid $1 for the Powernodes tokens. Okay, there's a 10% less valuation on this. But no, there is not 10% less. Why? Because since you buy your Powernodes, you've been getting Satoshi every day, so you're having a return until the 1st of July. So that return you have is way up more than 10% of this valuation on the token. So in fact, what I'm telling you is the company, some people claim that this was not a fair change from your token, from the Powernodes token to the BHF token. It's people who don't understand how to do math, because the BHF token costs 45 cents. That's the real value. Okay. When you buy in a special condition, okay, that's not the price, but the value of the token is 45 cents. So when the token is listed on the exchange, that's the price that is going to be listed. And so if you have these tokens, that's the price you can get if you sell them on the markets at this price. Okay? So basically, what I'm telling you is there is no loss in here. So we don't do it, the company did like other companies that they shut down and they don't pay you nothing. We are rewarding you more than 100%. Because you already been collecting from the Powernodes since you started so far, and besides that, you're going to have 2 tokens in place of 1 token Powernode that is worth 9 cents when you paid $1. So this is more than fair. You are getting more than 100%. Now, Let's go to the second point, very important. So the exchange will be this, the change will be that, 1 power nodes by 2 BHF. We'll get back to the BHF a little bit ahead. Now, let's understand this process. When will you get the BHF in exchange by the power node token? Okay, as I explained to you in the beginning, when the income of the club when every member paid for the power nodes packages, that money was used to buy machines and to invest in master nodes. So what happened is that the club power nodes, in fact, they have assets. The club has assets. The assets were the machines and were the master nodes that we invested in. Okay, based on this, how could the company compensate you? And with these tokens with BHF, they need money because the tokens are not offered an offer from BHM. So Blue Hill Mining doesn't come to us and say, okay, you need 5 million tokens from us. Here it is, no problem, take them. It's free. No, nothing is free in life. Okay, so the company needs time for this, for that exchange, for one reason. The company right now is selling the assets of the power nodes to get the money to pay for these tokens to give to you. Okay, there's a process here. Okay, that could happen on the 2nd July. We just go to the market, we sell the master nodes by the price there is, and we sell the machines by the price someone offers. That's not the way it works, because the company really needs the money to buy all the tokens they are offering you 2 by 1. Okay, so based on this, the company must have the perfect conditions to sell on the market this master nodes. If you don't know what is master nodes, I can tell you right now, very easy. Master nodes is when you buy a certain volume of coins in a package and you hold them. So we are talking about crypto coins. And if you go to the market today and that coin is in the low price, if you sell at that price, you're going to lose money. So you have to wait for the best moment to sell those coins to get the best return from that sale. Okay, so the company just can't go there and sell the assets on the same day. We have to wait until the best moment to get the best deal, from this, and buy the tokens, to buy the biggest volume of tokens, to reward you with these tokens. Okay, and for this, the company needs time. So when someone asks me, when will be the tokens deliver? At this moment, we don't know, because we want to stick in that promise to exchange 2 tokens of BHM by 1 token power node. In the beginning, when we discussed this situation of the exchange, Carlos said that probably we would give 1.5 BHF tokens by 1 power node. But at the end, in the official email that everybody received, it was assuming 2 BHF by 1 token power nodes. With this, the company is taking a very high risk, because with the sale of the assets of the club, it might not be enough to buy all the tokens to deliver to you. But even so, the company is assuming that responsibility and is assuming that deal. Okay, so if the amount that we'll get from the assets will be not enough to buy enough tokens to give 2 tokens by 1, the company himself will assume that same difference. Okay, so this is just very easy to understand. If you listen to, it's very easy to understand this. And another thing you can understand, this company, no matter what you heard out there, no matter what people say, no matter what people may do, this is a very serious company and a very honest company. And this is one of the biggest proofs we can give to our members in our community of Might at Work. This is a real operation. This is something that is really honest operation, and is very, very, very fair. More than myself I was expecting. So with this, we get to the third point. Okay, so now what you go when you get these tokens, the BHF tokens, how can you benefit from this? Once you get the BHF tokens, you will be inserted in a model. And that model, I advise you to look for information about this operation with Blue Hill Mining and with Blue Hill Foundation. Please look for information because you're going to own those tokens and you should know what you have. You should look for information. You should come to the webinars because, as I told you, this is the last time we're going to talk about the Powernodes. So the next webinars will be talking about PowerMine. And PowerMine is about the BHF tokens that you're going to get with this change. So get involved, get information, and understand exactly the value of the tokens we are giving you in replace of your Powernodes tokens. But I can explain easily what's going to happen and what is the timeline for this token. Okay, this token, the BHF token, it's a Blue Hill token, Blue Hill Mining, Blue Hill Foundation, sorry. Blue Hill Foundation token is the gateway to the STO or to the security token of Blue Hill Mining. And this token has a very smart contract that says that every BHF tokens, when the BHM security token is on the exchange, is listed, all these tokens will be automatically converted to BHM security tokens. So at the end, what we are giving you is exactly the security token from Blue Hill Mining. Based on this, the predictions for this token is being regulated, so the security token offering will be done this year and will end. On the white paper, it says first quarter 2020. But I always give some margin of security, so it's better to set our minds. I'm not saying that it's going to be like that. I'm saying that myself, I set my mind to the second quarter, beginning of the second quarter 2020. This token, the BHM token, already converted from your BHFs delivered today or tomorrow, next week when they are delivered, it will be listed on the market. So roughly 1 year from now, the BHM security token will be listed on the market at the value at 45 cents. So what you're going to get, if you have, for example, let's do quick math. If you have 100 tokens from Powernodes, you're going to get the double from BHF. That means 200. So for you to know how much they value, you just go and multiply those tokens you have in back office with the Powernodes by 45 cents. And that's the value the company is giving you with these tokens. From there, it starts a normal procedure in the markets of the crypto. So the token will be listed on the market, and from there, it will be subject to the market conditions. So buy will take the offer, too much offer will take the price down, too much sell request will take the price up. So that's normal in every kind of currency, being fiat or crypto. So being listed on the market is subject to the laws of the market. Based on this, the token will be listed maximum, I think, that's my prediction, second quarter next year, 1 year from now. And from there, that token that you're going to receive in replacement of the Powernodes token, it's tradable. So from that moment, you can sell it if you want to. All right? You can sell all of it, or you can sell a part of it and stake the rest. You can do whatever you want. So from that moment, 1 year from now, you will be free if you want to. All right? But the valuation of the token keeps going. So Blue Hill Mining, with ourselves, we are participating in this operation as pre-financial of this operation in the mine of Blue Hill. With this, the Blue Hill Mining already start to work over there in the field with new drillings, and so they will start to have profits with this. Besides to another company inside the Blue Hill project, that is the Blue Hill platform. So everything will come together, and Blue Hill Mining will start to have profits. It's already predicted. It's already predicted and defined on the white paper. So it's a condition that is already predicted and is ready and is official, that the company Blue Hill Mining will rebuy all the tokens in the market. So what's going to happen is this. What I'm telling you is this, that the company Blue Hill Mining will execute the buyback plan. But there is something you need to know. These tokens, they will give you co-ownership rights of that same mine. Okay? But you can't be a shareholder of this mine forever. So it will become a point that the company goes to the market and buys all the tokens back. Even if you don't want to, but you will sell. Why? Because the amount predicted for this company to pay for each token in the buyback plan is maximum $30. So if when the token is at 15, at 10, at 5, at 2, at $1 value, you want to sell them, please do. And every time the company goes there and buy you your tokens for $1, these tokens will be burned. So they won't exist no more. So it's not a token that someone goes there, buys them, and then sells them again. No, when the company goes there and buys your tokens, the company will burn those tokens, so they don't go back to the market. By this, the remaining tokens, the ones that people didn't sell, will start to increase the value per token. And that's how the token will increase the value during time. So this buyback plan at $30 maximum each token that the company will pay, it will go up to 2023. So from now, we are talking about the period of 4 years from now. So that's the maximum period you can be a shareholder from Blue Hill Mining, because at that moment, the company will buy your tokens, burn them, and so you no longer have a vehicle, a connection with the Blue Hill Mining project. But do your math. Take your tokens from Powernodes, multiply by 2, and then multiply by $30 each. And then you tell me in my face that this is not a fair trade. I did a simulation for a member a week ago. That member has something like 1,200 tokens from Powernodes. So multiply by 2, you will get, with this change, you will get 2,400 tokens from BHF. So I did a simulation. If the Powernodes Club keep going on for the same period of time, that means summer 2023, I count the number of days and I multiply each token at 15 average, 15 Satoshi per token, all this time for 4 years. And I got into a certain amount. And that amount for 1,200 Powernodes token was around very close to $3,000 at 15 Satoshi per token per day. That's the simulation I did. Okay? And at the end of this period, you will get about $3,000. All right? But for the same period, in this until 2023, with the $30 each token from BHM, you would get $72,000. So guys, do your math. That's the advice I'm giving you. Do your math. Multiply the number of tokens. You can do that today. You just go to the back office. You know how many tokens from PowerMine you have. You multiply by 2. when you have that result, to know how much they will worth it in the market, you multiply by 40 cents, okay? 45 cents, sorry. That's the valuation 1 year from now. And then, if you want to know how much you can benefit in this period of time with this change, by changing the Powernodes token by the BHF tokens, you multiply those tokens that you have in your back office by 2, and then by $30 each. Okay, I know it's going to take some time, but the rewards you're going to get because of this are going to be much, much, much higher if you still get the daily return from Powernodes during this period. Okay, so on this, what I want to tell you right now is I really hope that everybody understands what was done and the reasons why it was done, and the reasons were given by the community. So it was the members who were complaining all the time about the Powernodes results. It was the members who were requesting refund from the Powernodes because they were saying that it was a very low daily payment. So the decision of the company was based on the complainings of the network. So the network the members decided that they didn't want it no more. So the company, against their own will, they decide to do what the members wanted, that is to terminate this problem, let's call that way, but the decision of the company was to give something back in return that it will reward the members greatly. And the best solution is this. So at the end, guys, if you do that math, if you learn, if you go and look for information about the tokens you are about to receive from the BHF, Blue Hill Foundation tokens, and the features of the Blue Hill Mine token, the security token, you will agree that this is the best deal you can get. This is way better than the Power Mines results, that the Powernodes results you are getting. Because with the simulation I did at 15 Satoshi per token per day, it was a very high value that possibly with Powernodes we will never reach it. But anyway, even so, at 15 Satoshi, in this period of time until summer 2023, that simulation gives $3,000 return on that Powernodes. And at the end, with this, with the same period of time, this member will get at the buyback plan $72,000. So guys, based on this is all we have to tell you about the Powernodes, and I hope that I made myself clear. Sometimes I keep saying the same things because I really need you to understand this. This webinar has been recorded, so we'll share this to everyone. So even if you are here and you want to listen again to understand better, please do. We'll be sharing this to everybody, and so you can also pass it on to all your team members, and so everyone will understand, hopefully, what was done with the Powernodes, the reasons that the company decides to do this, and the advantages everyone has with this change from the Powernodes tokens to the BHF tokens. Okay, so I think that's it, guys. So this is, as I told you in the beginning, this is the last time we're going to talk about the Powernodes. And so we'll restart again to do the webinars for the members. So we'll restart to do the webinars on Wednesdays. We're going to do on Wednesdays in English. So and the only product we're going to talk about, it is the power mine. That is the only product we have right now to sell once the power nodes is closed. So our focus in sales, our focus in promotion, our focus in the webinars will be exclusively for PowerMine, for the BHF tokens, okay, until the next product comes. All right, so guys, I want to thank you so much for being there. This is recorded, and so you can listen as much times as you need to understand this. But I really hope that you understand that this is, in fact, a good solution to everybody. All right? So we shall start, yes, Annie, we're going to start, maybe next week we'll start, but we'll inform you, we'll let you know in advance, we'll promote it, the webinars. So we'll be focused on PowerMine because that's the product that is alive, and so you will get your BHF tokens when this operation of the exchange, by the reasons I explained to you, everybody is expecting to get this BHF tokens in exchange as soon as possible. And I can tell you, the company wants to pay to you or give you the BHF tokens as soon as possible. One thing is for sure, there is no need for a rush because you can only use this token, the BHF, that you're going to get 1 year from now. So there is no need to rush. So let's give time to the company to make the best returns on the sales of the assets of the club Powernodes, so we can give you also and accomplish the agreement we give you to give you 2 tokens of BHM by 1 token Powernode. So please guys, be cool with this. Stay patient. There is no need to rush because even if we put the tokens in your back office, there's nothing you can do with them right now. So the daily returns, some people are keeping asking me, okay, when the change is going to happen for me to start daily? There is no daily returns with BHF token. There is no monthly returns with BHF token. There is no yearly returns with the BHF token. The BHF token returns by selling it on the market, and that market it's going to be open next year. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for being there. I hope I made myself clear, and it's for me. I did my best to explain to you the situation. So I really hope that everybody understood this. And one thing is for sure, even if you don't understand, this is what you're going to get. Think about this. If it was not this, it was the shutting down and you lost your money. So personally, I am a member of the club Powernodes, and I can tell you I have great thousands of these tokens, and I'm thankful. I'm thankful that the company gave me this opportunity and reward me with this BHF tokens. Okay, so thank you guys. I'm going to call Adrian to say goodbye if he's still around, and then we'll stop recording and we'll stop this webinar. Okay, Adrián, ¿estás ahí?
Estoy aqui, Armando, sim, claro que sim. Muito obrigado pela tua excelente apresentação, está claríssimo. E mais nada, nos vemos na próxima quarta-feira no webinar de PowerMine. Muito obrigado, obrigado a todos por estarem presentes e esperemos que possam divulgar a gravação para todas as pessoas que não puderam estar, para que fique tudo claro. Muito obrigado.
Ok, Adriano, só uma coisa que eu não disse e que realmente houve alguém que me lembrou agora. O dinheiro que está nos back-office, desde que seja superior a 001, pode ser levantado a qualquer momento. Isso aí não temos dúvidas. Em relação aos que são inferiores a 001, e esse dinheiro as pessoas, a
empresa vai comunicar nos próximos dias qual é o plano para ir retirando esse dinheiro, assim como fizeram ou como estão fazendo, ou que estão acima de 0,001. ok?
Ok,
Mais nada.
muito bem. Essa parte foi a parte que me esqueceu de explicar. Okay, guys, there was an issue that I forgot. That is, what happens to the Bitcoin you have in your back office of Powernodes platform? Okay, if you have up to 0.001 Bitcoin accumulated in your back office, you can withdraw. That money is all yours. Okay, you earn it from the club. So if it is up to 0.001 Bitcoin, you can withdraw to your wallet directly. It's very easy, as long as you have the second factor authenticator activated. There is it's not possible to do withdrawal without the second factor. So if you try to withdraw and it requests you for the 2FA, please, you have to do the 2FA. Now, what about the amounts in the back office accumulated below or less than 0.001 Bitcoin? That one, the company will communicate to everybody when will be the moment that the company is going to put those Bitcoins in the wallet. So for that, for the remaining, for the ones below 0.001 Bitcoin, please, you can wait. You can expect that the company is going to communicate and tell you how that operation will be done very soon. So the company will let us know in detail how that operation will be done. Now, about the ones who have over 0.001 Bitcoin accumulated in the back office, please withdraw. The withdrawal system is working perfectly. It was last 2 weeks ago, that was 2 days that the system was in trouble, but from that moment, nothing more happens. As far as I know, there is no complaints about withdrawals. Okay, so you can withdraw over the amounts of equal or superior to 0.001 Bitcoin in your back office. Please withdraw. That money is yours. Okay. Okay, there's a question here. I'm just going to answer 1 or 2 questions. Can we opt option to? Okay, the question is not very clear. If they can join this BHF to the pack they already have in the back office from PowerMine. There is, when you buy the pack, okay, you pay a pack. But when you have the representation of the tokens in your back office, it's not by packs. It's by number of tokens. So if you already have PowerMine tokens in your back office, in the PowerMine platform, these tokens that you're going to get will be added there. So it's the same token. There is no token BHF for exchange for Powernodes token and the BHF token from PowerMine. It's the same token. So everything, if you have PowerMines already, everything will be added to the number of tokens BHF you already have, if you may have. Okay? So I think that's clear. Okay, so guys, thank you so much. I'm going to ask Adrian to stop recording. Adrian, por favor, podes parar a gravação. Thank you so much for coming. I didn't like to do this because I was talking about something that I love very much, that is the Powernodes, but this is it. And so it's over, but I'm very sad. I got very sad